It's stock bar. I thought it had 26. That does have 26.
Yeah, it does. Yes, I can put the fucking meth in the intake. Nice.
What's this thing you got? Meth and a tune and like a once over?
Meth, a once over, and a tune, yeah.
These for you, Bill?
Whose fuel system is that? A&A or something? What kind of regulator is that?
Turbo Smart?
I assume that's the, for you.
Yeah.
The Turbo Smart, it says.
It literally looks like a blow-off valve. That's why I was fucking asking that.
That's why I was looking too. I'm like, wait a minute.
Literally looks like a blow-off valve.
It's an FPR 2000. What do you think FPR stands for?
I bet you $100 Garrett doesn't know.
Nah.
Big order. Big orders.
Yo, Matt, what do you think FPR stands for on that fuel pressure regulator?
I bet him $100 Garrett doesn't know.
I didn't know it was on the fuel pressure regulator.
It just said an FPR on the fuel pressure regulator.
Oh my god. But you didn't pick up on that.
What an asshole.
I didn't even know what the FPR was on.
Yeah, whatever.
So since I lost all the footage yesterday, I have nothing on this. So you're doing just math on this ZR1.
Yep.
Already got the meth controller mounted.
Well, basically done
Most of the wiring done. Yeah.
I mean, just gotta hook up 2 wires and we're done, so.
Yeah, I already got the meth nozzles in the intake.
All right, 2010 ZR1. We did a meth kit, and I'm tuning it. It's got a bunch of mods on it already. It's got a Frankenstein M311s. It's got a 14% underdrive pulley, Kong 2650, A&A dual fuel pump fuel system, Nick Williams 103, ID 1300s, Kong bricks, Monster triple, GP tuning, stage 3 cam, 2-inch American Racing headers, etc, etc. Basically a heads cam 2650 stock bottom end ZR1, to put it in layman's terms. It's this thing had fucking full E in it. It had 78% E in it. So let's see what we got it down to, because it had no fucking gas in it. So my guess is it probably brought it down to how much did you put in there? All right, it probably brought it down to like hopefully 20-some%. Let's find out. 11%. It literally had none in it. Yeah, it literally was empty. Well, that's perfect. Back to pump gas. So I always start on pump gas and then put it in it. Oh, and this thing has a, I think it's a Synergy air intake. The one that's like just the pipe. I already made a tune and flashed it, by the way. I didn't even bother making a pull the way it came in, because it doesn't matter. I don't know how much boost it's going to make either, because it's got a 14% lower and a 2625 pulley, which I think is a lot. So we'll find out. This thing's gonna make too much boost. Yeah, I mean, you saw how it made 19 pounds and I rolled into it for a quarter of a second. Whatever, I'll make a pull and go from there. Well, I'll make more of a pull and go from there, I should say. Actually, it looks like boost may be semi-leveling off, but with the 2650, once we get up high, it's going to climb. I'm fine if it makes 20. If it makes like 23 or something, we got to change. Maybe third time's a charm. Better, but still rich. Made 697, 749. And the alternator's not the greatest on this. Voltage is like 12.9, 13.0 sitting here idling. .757, 762 torque. I think the coolant temp sensor's f***ed up in this thing. Yeah, 22.5 pounds, so I think it's gonna be too much boost. Look right here on the data logger, 174 degrees, and then it just starts dropping, and then it drops to 118, 120, like it's all fucking erratic. I'll have Matt, maybe the pigtail or something's f***ed up. But 5,700 and it's at 23 pounds. No go on a stock bottom end. We're probably gonna change the pulley on this thing, and we'll get back. We might even have one. We'll be back.
This is 2625 or 275. Just don't know if this belt's gonna cover.
Alright, we had a 275 pulley. It had a 2625. We put a 275 on it. We'll see what that does. And then Eric said there was like a glob of grease on the coolant temp sensor. Not like dielectric grease, like actual grease. So I don't know if that did anything. I'm going to see if it does it again or whatever and go from there. I was adjusting the meth because it never came on before on the other pull, so I just turned it down a bunch and then it came on there. That's why it just randomly went rich. But it looks like it knocked out, shit, only like a pound of boost, which I don't know if it's gonna be enough, but we'll find out. It is stock bottom end. Go ask Eric if we have a bigger pulley than that. I don't know if we do. We'll be back. I made 1 or 2 pulls off camera just to adjust the meth and get air fuel kind of close. So we'll see how it is now. Voltage still sucks, so I don't know if this thing's gonna need an alternator or what. 12.9 voltage is not optimal on a car like this. Still making too much boost though, man. 253 kPa right there, so 22.2 pounds of boost. Shows 22.7 out there, so yeah, and its voltage is 12.9 up top. And not optimal for multiple reasons. If you're gonna run a car this aggressive as far as boost, 2650 stock bottom end type thing, the last thing you wanna do is have low voltage, because low voltage is going to be low voltage to your fuel pump, low voltage to your coolant pumps, to all that stuff. Not what you want. So I think we need a different pulley and a different belt, and more than likely an alternator, because you see right here at 160 RPM is 12.9, and it really never changes. Like, look, this is like even sitting here at idle when I started at 12.8, 12.9, and then it goes up. 13.2 is the highest it gets, and obviously that's just sitting there idling when it's not really using any voltage. But once you start ripping on the pull, it's just 12.9, like not optimal. We'll be back. I just hopped back in the car to tell you, I even forgot we got the fucking battery charger on the thing too, and it's still that low. So my guess is alternator is just junk. We'll be back. All right, Next day, we got a different pulley and I think different idlers because we couldn't get a belt that we needed. I think, I don't know, I don't do this part, they do that part. But I'm pretty sure we just changed some idlers. Put a 3-inch, I think, blower pulley on it. Put a different alternator on it. Voltage is good now. Let's see what we got. Thing was spinning a little bit. A lot better on the boost, 19.5, which is better than 23 pounds. And I'm just gonna make another pull because I think it was spinning a little bit. Torque is pretty low. It was spinning a little bit in the middle, so. Hit almost 20 pounds there, 19.8. A little bit richer now because voltage is a lot better. Still pump gas, by the way. .772, 678 torque. Hit 20 pounds there. Whoever tuned this up before had the limiter at 7,400. Fucking stupid. Does this thing have an ice tank? No. I was gonna say, coolant temps suck on this thing. Well, like blower coolant. There's no such thing as a dumb question, Garrett. It's just dumb people and they ask normal questions. Sometimes I forget if I flash this thing or not. I do that all the time. I think I did, but I'm just gonna reflash it. .786. I think this thing's probably gonna make 21 pounds if I fucking rev it a little higher, yeah, which I'm going to because I'm at 6,700 I let off there. .791. This thing's hot as shit. I'm gonna let it cool down. We'll be back. All right, well, AIT2s were like 140, and I let it sit here for shit, I think like 45 minutes to an hour, and they're at 118, so it's still hot. We'll see if it cools down once I cycle through it. So. $819, made just under 21 pounds, 20.9 pounds. All right, we're gonna dump some E in this thing. We'll be back. All right, we dumped a couple gallons in. It's at 35%. Let's see what we got. Let out a little early, but also hot as shit, but. I put a little bit more heat in it. It's at 49, but it's hot as fuck. This thing has like no cooling on it, so we're gonna have to let it cool down again. All right, next day because it's cold. Also, I noticed I was having a little bit of issues. Like the TPS was doing some weird shit on this, and idling wasn't great. Nick Williams had a run of throttle bodies that came with like a non like factory GM style motor on it, and I kind of had figured that this one had that on there, and I looked and it did. So we had another one in stock, so I swapped it out, and it's good. It's pretty easy to tell. Like, I don't want to explain it on camera, but it's pretty easy to tell if you know the differences, whatever. One has like GM numbers written down and one doesn't. But so it did that. TPS is stable now. Before, TPS was real jumpy and kind of all over the place, and they just do some weird shit like that. They're hard to get to idle. And so it's at 50% E. It's cold, like 48% E, but close enough. Let's see what we got. Made 821 yesterday. My guess is it makes 840 something. Makes like 21 pounds of boost, so. $858, just under 21 pounds, 20.87 pounds. 858, 749 torque. That's not bad. My guess is that this thing would pick up a decent amount with a pretty big cam in it. I don't remember, what did I say? This has like a stage 2 like GP tuning cam or something in it, if I remember correctly. I'll have to scroll back through my brother's messages. You guys would obviously know, but I don't know what the specs are on that. Here we go. Yeah, GP stage, no, that's not this car. Sorry, I'm scrolling back. Here we go. Cam. GP tuning stage 3 cam. Let me look up that specs. Whatever, I can't find it easily. Either way, when you got a 2650 blower and all that stuff on it, they really help with putting a pretty big cam in them. Granted, it's still stock bottom end. So, I mean, granted, stock bottom end can hold more power than this. You know, so it's not big cubes, so you don't want to go too big on the cam, but you can definitely go bigger once you have a big blower like this. But still, 860 to the tire, basically. It'll be perfectly safe, and it should run significantly better than it did when it came in here. That's it for now. On to the next.